Begging on you to be popular. Blah, 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 blah. And when you're funny, I'm not gonna handle no breath. My life is out of control. I'm telling you, nobody. I'm living my
Did you
life
see that
limbo.
Sabrina Carpenter did the Eiffel
I'm
Tower
being,
pose for
I'm being,
sex?
I'm being playboy for, not for a concert. She just did it for sex.
She did it for sex.
You just personally know her like that.
Yeah.
Can't say I did see that. No.
Welcome back to Oh That Reminds Me. I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm John.
And we're here to talk about Sabrina Carpenter and sex.
Yep. That's exactly what we're talking about.
That was your intro, right? You were playing.
Yep.
You were playing. Not Bedcap. No. What song? What song does she do it to? Make you wanna make you fall in love. I'm thinking about Juno. I can't listen to that song in the car with my mom.
I was not rapping Playboy Cardi. That was not.
Who is a Playboy Cardi? I don't know who that is.
You know, that's a fair question because he hasn't dropped an album in 5 years, and then he dropped it, and it's really mid. But the good is good, so we'll ignore the mid. And we'll
you know what I realized? We never did a mic check.
Nope. This is a mic check.
Yo. You're quieter than I am.
Mike, you here, bud? Yo,
hey,
Mike.
Yo, Mike.
Nope, Mike's not here. All right, mic check completed.
Fuck.
Not here.
Okay, hold. Talk a bit.
Holding. Yo, what's up, guys?
To the audience.
Yeah. New Playboy Cardi album dropped, 30 songs long. I Am Music. Really, it's just called Music. I'm a big fan. I like Crush. I like Evil Jordan, other than the intro. I like Philly. I like Radar. Rather Lie and Fine Shit are both good, but apparently they're AI, which is big drama. He didn't even rap them. Apparently it's AI that did it. Toxic's good. Charge Them Hoes a Fee. I See You Baby Boy. Jump In. Trim. Cocaine Nose. We Need All the Vibes. OPM Baby is interesting for sure. Twin Trim's pretty good. Like Wheezy. HBA. It's probably all of them. I think he should have just made Die Lit again and released Die Lit. I'm a big fan of Die Lit. What was your favorite play? And then popping your pop culture pussy early today.
We're getting right into the pussy, huh?
Rolling Loud. That is a music festival. Rolling Loud was going on. And Rolling Loud's interesting because I most notably know Rolling Loud Miami, but it turns out Rolling Loud just normally happens in LA, or this time they did it in LA. But a really weird thing about doing a music festival in LA is it looks really small. Seeing clips like where they show the crowd, it's just like you can see the full size of the crowd, and then also in the background there's just like cars going down the LA highway, and there's just like buildings, and also they're right in front of SoFi Stadium. It's just like, I don't know where they are, if it's like a parking lot. I don't know where they got the space, but it's just like in LA and it looks really small versus like doing a festival in the desert like Coachella, and all you see is like crowd, stuff like that.
LA doesn't, like, I saw a video of someone flying into LA and there's just no greenery, and it kind of is sad. And also my list really came out there.
It did. I wasn't gonna point it out, but yeah, you hit the greenery. Someone posted a video of them flying on the airplane, and it was what do we know greenery, and it was really sad.
Greenery, and I don't know where the greenery went.
It went into flames, unfortunately. That's where most of the greenery in LA went.
But like,
other than it just being a city,
is so, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be stuck in a simulation, and I'll just be like, oh shit, here we go again.
But as I was saying, Rolling Loud happened, and Playboy Cardi. Oh, you're gonna be CJ from the popular franchise Grand Theft Auto.
Sure.
That's who says that.
I know. I didn't know his name, so I was like, sure.
Yeah, so I have Rolling Loud. Rolling Loud's going on, and big year for streamers. Streaming is popping off. Kai Cenat was live front row at Rolling Loud, and he had like 130,000 people watching him, and Rolling Loud, which is streamed on Twitch, had about 10,000 people watching them. So the Rolling Loud owner asked Kai to raid them, but because he had over 70K, he couldn't raid them. Because the Rolling Loud owner really wanted the viewers and not Kai, but they didn't. So then Kai kept streaming. And during Playboi Carti's set, he actually got pulled up on stage with Playboi Carti, and then The Weeknd came out, and he was still on stage, and he got to dap up The Weeknd and dance with The Weeknd on stage at Rolling Loud. So that's pretty crazy.
Chatters, get me on stage with Billie Eilish. We'll go crazy. Let me tell you.
And you know, do you want to know why Kai was originally brought onto stage?
For clout?
It wasn't. No. It wasn't just. I guess maybe for his clout. Basically, they were gonna have to shut down Rolling Loud soon because I guess people were really cramming towards the front, and they were trying to get people to back up 3 steps, and they weren't doing it. So they pulled Kai Cenat on stage and got Kai Cenat to ask everyone to back up.
And they did?
Eventually, yeah. Yeah, they backed up.
How does that work?
And then Rolling Loud said because it was delayed, they were going to have to pay fines, but they're going to pay all the fines and they're going to let Playboi Carti finish his set. The only bad part about this entire interaction is the whole time Kai is living his life, dancing on stage and like going crazy with Playboi Carti and The Weeknd and shit like that.
I know what happens.
What happens?
And Lacy and Stable Ronaldo were getting kicked out.
True, that did happen. That's not even what I was gonna say. That did happen though, and I don't know if anyone knows why yet. I haven't found out. But what I was gonna say is, apparently the mobile charger for the phone they were streaming on wasn't working. So as they're like going crazy and like with Playboi Carti and shit and having a generational stream with over 100,000 viewers, the cameraman kept going, "Yep, 4% guy. Yep, we're on 3% now. Yep, it's on 2%." And then eventually the stream just stopped because the phone died.
That's not ideal.
But
so what are we rating this album out of 10?
What are we ranking the L?
The album out of 10.
Oh, the album out of 10? It's like a 6.8. It's got some good songs on it. It's got some unlistenable songs on it. It's got Kendrick Lamar on it. So there's some good and there's some bad.
I haven't listened to it. I know. Shocker.
You would not listen to Playboi Carti. I would pay money to have you listen to OPM, baby. That shit would go crazy. Next stream, I'm submitting it and we're just getting a song review. But that reminds me, Mackenzie.
Oh, that reminds me.
Do you know where Playboi Carti's from? I know you're a big fan.
Obviously Ireland. That's right, guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I know we're a day late, or if you're listening to it at a different time, but we just want to say happy St. Patty's Day to all the leprechauns watching us.
And happy St. Patrick's Day to the water in Chicago, I think.
Yes.
They just like
and
dye
the fish
green.
As well.
Yeah, they're really. Could you imagine if one day a year you've got small brain, you swim around.
Wow. Oh, thanks, John. Really
no, I'm saying imagine you have small brain. I'm not saying you have small brain. Imagine you have small brain, right? And
you said word for word, you have small brain.
No, I said imagine you have small brain, but it was like one sentence. There wasn't a comma there. So for fact, you have small brain, and and so imagine one day you just like wake up. And you go to just chill with your homies and just like go eat some food and stuff, and everything you see is green now, and you can't see in front of you. It's all green. Everything is green. All you can see is green for
it's
one
not
day.
Even like a pretty green.
Nope, it's a really ugly green.
It's an ugly green. Yep. Yeah. But well, yes.
That's not where he's from.
What are you gonna say?
Playboi Carti is a rapper from Atlanta.
And, oh my god, I forgot that happened.
And we were talking about
that happened last 2 weeks ago.
Stable Ronaldo and Lacy. And I actually met both of them in Atlanta this past week.
Let me pull up the clip.
Yup. There's a clip of me yelling at Lacy as he's crossing the
Yelling
road.
at him, harassing him.
Yup. I almost did harass Lacy.
What?
We'll get into that.
All right,
I almost stalked FaZe Lacy.
Let me
here's the clip. You can listen to me shout. I didn't even know he was live, by the way. I thought he was just getting in his Uber.
So wait, how did you find? I know about 73 people have watched this. Ready, guys?
Yep.
Okay, bye. Hey, see you, man.
Yup. You can't hear it in the clip, but I yell across, "You're the GOAT," and he goes, "See you, man."
I heard it. If you want to hear the clip all close and personal, let us know in the Discord.
Yeah, we'll post it. Yeah, this weekend was probably not weekend, it was middle of the week. This week was probably the coolest experience of my life by far. So for those of you who don't know, I play a lot of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. I have 2,500 hours on my main on PC.
R6 Sin? Is that you?
What? Oh my god! All right, I'm exposed. Yes, it's me. Yeah, I have 2,500 hours on my main on PC. I have more hours on alts, and then I have 1,500 hours on Xbox where I started. It's my main game. I love it. It's my favorite game. I'll die for this shit. And recently they announced that for the past 3 years they have been working on a big update called Siege X. That's like the evolution of Siege. It's kind of like a CS2 style update, but it changes more than just graphics like CS2 did. And in order to see the details on this, they were doing a world premiere event in Atlanta, and there was a limited number of tickets that regular people could buy, and then they were going to invite content creators. So I went on, tried to see how much tickets were. They were only $10 for a ticket, a shirt, snacks, and an in-game bundle, which I still have not received and was supposed to receive days ago. No one has received. Ubisoft, please, if you're listening, I know you're listening, please give me my bundle. But yeah, so then I bought it. I ran upstairs to my brother because I know he likes Siege, and I was like, yo, you would probably want to go to this. Do you want to go? He said yes. Got him a ticket, and then we went, all right, now time to figure out how the fuck we're getting to Atlanta. And originally I was going to go and like stay in a hotel and do all that, but that's expensive, you know? So I decided to fly there and fly back in the same day.
Bum, bum, bum.
Am I psycho for that? Would you ever do that? Fly twice in a day?
No, but like I don't really have a state. Like I got like minimum. If I'm flying to a different province, it's gonna be at least a few hours.
If it was like all right, yo, British Columbia, we got a movie premiere.
That's for. Okay, wait, hold. Free?
We got it. Yeah,
you're free. Then fuck yeah.
You spent $10 for a ticket to a movie premiere, and it's in British Columbia. Would you fly there and fly back? Would you fly there, go to the movie, then fly back same night?
It depends on the reason, but I'll say yes.
It's they made Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith 2.
That's gonna be shitty.
You got invited to the premiere of The Hunger Games.
Oh my god, I need to talk about it. Okay.
Do you want to talk about it right now, or should I continue my story? My story's going to be really long.
My story is very short.
Okay, run it.
Tomorrow, the day that this comes out, is March 18th. Okay. Do you know what happens on March 18th?
No, I do not.
You don't know what happens on...
Is it the Reaping?
Yes! It is the new book of the Hunger Games.
Oh, the new
book comes out tomorrow.
I've seen so many videos of people already having it.
Yeah, no, a lot of people have it already. I don't care. I want it.
Okay.
And I have been reading The Songbirds and Snakes, and I love The Songbirds and Snakes. Ooh. I think it's one of my favorite movies.
How's the book been?
However... the book is so much better because they fucking shorten the ending so much.
Oh, really?
Like, they don't have, like...
Normally it's the other way around.
Because, no. The movie shortened the ending so much.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. So, first of all, if you don't know, The Songbirds and Snakes is a prequel to The Hunger Games about Cornelius Snow when he was a Capitol student during the 10th Hunger Games, where Lucy Greybeard is reaped and she is... What? When you say like that, you've watched it.
No, I haven't.
You not watch?
I've not watched the movie, and I thought it was the first Hunger Games. Did you tell me to watch it? Yes. Have I done it yet? No.
You haven't watched? You didn't?
Nope.
Wait, I swear.
Nope, haven't seen it.
What? Crave.
So
guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast.
For me, it's on Stars, which I don't have.
Songbirds. We'll be watching... What? Hunger Games. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Well, we're watching it right now. Get comfy. Okay, I want to stop that for the... Okay. This is shocking news. When are you free this week?
I'm off on Thursday, or I'm free like after 8 every day. I think.
Do an essay. Fuck. I need to do this essay. Anyways, we will be sad. We will be sat and ready. All right.
Movie review coming next week.
Now, I think maybe I thought of it because I've been saying I want to do a movie night, and I've been saying I'll do that one for them. I don't know. I don't know when, but I watched The Hunger Games as a child with my sister. My sister was the Hunger. I copy my sister a lot. Like, she liked Star Wars first. So, Jade has read all of the Hunger Games books. This is the first Hunger Games book that I have.
I've also read all the Hunger Games books, other than the new ones.
This is the first Hunger Game book that I've read, and I have successfully read.
Have you finished it?
I got like 2 chapters left.
Ooh,
because like I didn't want to read like too soon and then have like a drought, but now I kind of like delayed it. I've delayed it so much that now I'm like fucked.
It's binging a show in paper form. You get instead of dropping a new chapter each week, you just have the whole book.
But like the thing that I've been dealing with is I don't know if I want to watch the movie, which is coming out in 2026, or read the book first. But I've come to the conclusion I want to read the book first because I'm too lazy to wait. But then I'm like, the twists and turns, like watch. Anywho, I'm not gonna spoil the movie now because you haven't watched it and we need to watch this. So the Songbirds and Snakes is it has 3 parts in the book and in the movie, and in the 3rd part it is extremely short and like it I think is like the last like 30 minutes or maybe an hour. The whole movie is an hour and something, hour and 37 minutes.
Oh wow, that's a short movie.
Sorry, 2 hours and 37 minutes. I can't read. So
I was like, wow, they speedrun that shit. They're like, all right, yep, Lucy, you're in. Okay, yep. All right, people are killing each other. Okay.
So the first part of the movie is about thingy, and the second part is about thingy, and then the third part is a thingy. But the third part, like, they just...
Wait, I'm so sorry for cutting you off. Unironically, in 4th grade, I believe, really topical, I did a book report on Hunger Games Catching Fire. However, we weren't allowed to like spoil in the book report. So in it, I basically told the story exactly how you were. I was like, so basically, they're back in the Hunger Games for a reason that like I can't really explain. So then when they're back, a lot of stuff happens, and then because the stuff happens, it's like a quarter quell. So then special stuff happens during the quarter quell, and so then stuff happens, and then at the end, there's like crazy stuff that happens.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't want to spoil it, but like I want to say, okay, like I guess this doesn't really matter. One of the, because it's on in the movie, one of the like, oh my god, not contestants, that's not the right word.
Tributes,
thank you. One of the tributes dies before the games start, and they also kill a mentor. So to punish the tributes, they have this girl's funeral, and like it's a whole thing, and then they have like the casket carrying. But before they carry the casket, they have the girl who killed the girl, the tribute, hung on like a construction crane, and then has all the tributes like on like behind it, all chained up to like do a statement. But that's just like would have been like obviously like it wouldn't have been like sick to see like someone hung, but like it would be kind of like cool if I saw that in, like in the movie. But like it's like whatever. I'm not saying
that was in the book, but it wasn't.
That was in the book, but it's not in the movie.
Gotcha,
like I'm not saying that you should hang people. Like I'm just saying it's but.
Nah, there's trust me, as a Maze Runner fan, especially, but also like Harry Potter fan and stuff, the books just have so many. Like the book for
the Maze Runner movies suck.
Dude, fuck the Maze Runner. But like Harry Potter, the book for I believe Order of the Phoenix is like so different. Like the whole inside of the Ministry of Magic is completely different in the book and like super detailed. And there's some like crazy shit that goes down, and just like none of it happens in the movie.
Like in the 3rd part of the movie, Cornelius is going through something, and you don't get the full like change in his lifestyle as you do in the book. You feel like
mm-hmm.
me saying stuff without saying stuff. Yeah.
Got you.
But it's really interesting because I've watched the movie, so I can tell like what's not in the movie and what's in the movie. But obviously, with this new book coming out, they already scheduled the movie. They already know when the movie's coming out. They're already doing castings for the movie. So I'm curious if it's going to be exact. Like, probably not.
Because I think they did the same thing for Songbird.
Yeah, but I wasn't that big of like I said, I wasn't a big not Harry Potter. What the fuck? Hunger Games. I wasn't a big Hunger Games fan. Like when I watched the Hunger Games originally, like I got my Nerf bow and I would like pretend that I was Katniss Everdeen. But something happened in second year that I did every assignment on the Hunger Games. And I was like connecting the Hunger Games to mythology. Like I wonder if I can find
which year did we go to
every
the
year
concert?
Second year, I feel like.
Did I incept Hunger Games into you? Because I watched Catching Fire in your basement. No, because we were watching them for movie night.
When John was here, he had to stay in the base.
I didn't have to. You guys very graciously. Kidding. So I was staying in a an Airbnb, and my bus was like really early in the morning. And so Mackenzie and her family very graciously let me cancel the last night of the Airbnb and got to stay in their house. And then we just left from there.
And John also picked the worst time because it was exam season. So I was so stressed out.
The time. That's
okay,
when the
Alexander 23 sucks ass. I don't even know what this assignment. I want to know what Hunger Game. Oh.
But I guess we were already doing movie nights on Hunger Games because I remember.
Yes, we did a whole movie.
We watched the first one,
night.
And then I watched Catching Fire, even though a couple days later we were watching Catching Fire. And then I also watched Tenet.
This is not it. That is another. A copy of Hunger Games. I just have my exam. Why does my exam? My exam shouldn't have the Hunger Games in it. Where did I write my Hunger Games thing? Okay, continue your story. I'm gonna look for this. Oh, wait. I found it.
Okay.
Hunger Games and the Theseus and the Minotaur.
Okay, yeah.
When you think of a group of tributes being forced to fight to the death arena, the story of the 2008 book The Hunger Games might come to mind. However, when viewing mythology, a very similar story about Theseus, son of Aegus, and Minotaur, a man with a bull for a head, could be seen as an older adapter of said story. This was before ChatGPT was really a thing. Due to them, not really. Like I think I used it, but I didn't use it as much as I do. Due to the myths being timeless.
Sure this is all alleged and not real. I'm pretty sure what happened was you needed to know like mythology or like themes that you could compare Hunger Games to, and we used ChatGPT to name them, but then we did our own research, I think. I'm saying you did this all by yourself.
Yes. For sure. Anywho, I wrote an essay, and this was the essay, and anyways, I love the Hunger Games. I will be getting the book tomorrow, and I will be updating. What?
I'm looking at our old DMs. I was gagged by Theseus.
What?
I don't know. I'm DMing. I go, do you know how his story ends? You go, no. And I go, he's going home, stops at an island, abandons the person he loves. Then he reaches home, but he told his father that he raised a white flag if he was coming home, but he forgot to raise the white flag. So then his father thought he was dead. And then his father kills himself.
Sounds like Romeo and Juliet. And
Romeo
you were.
Like, I was gagged, bro. You
were committed. Yeah. I don't recall a thing from my mythology class. Don't know why I took that class. I needed to take a class more like it. Anywho. So you went to Atlanta.
Yeah, so I went to Atlanta. So ended up flying down there. I only got about an hour of sleep the night before because I had to leave my house at like 1 a.m. And I usually go to sleep at like 1 a.m. minimum. So I don't know. It was just hard to fall asleep. So I was pretty tired, but got to the airport. Everything going there went really smoothly. We got there. See, one thing about planes that confuses me is sometimes they just like go faster, which I don't know I don't know
What
how
do you
that's
mean by
possible.
that?
We landed half an hour before we were supposed to land. How did we go 30 minutes faster? Did he just like press the gas more? Like, how does that work? Half an hour is crazy. But yeah, we landed half an hour early, and then the guy went over the intercom thing, and he was like, "Yeah, so we're here about 30 minutes ahead of schedule, but our gate is occupied for the next 30 minutes."
Oh.
So then we thought we were just gonna have to sit in the plane for half an hour, but another gate ended up opening up, which is very
That
nice.
would suck ass if you had to wait.
So we got off, and I had planned to go to this chicken place to eat. It's called Hattie B's, and it's Nashville hot chicken.
Matty B.
Yup, Matty B wraps chicken.
Wait, is that him?
That's Jacob Sartorius.
Fuck.
Different white kid.
What the fuck does Matty B do?
He raps. He's Matty B raps.
Okay, what song?
No clue.
Matty.
Yeah. So Matty B rap's also a rapper from Atlanta. That's a joke. I don't know where. Let me find out.
Who is Matty B? Internet sensation Matty B got his start in 2010 at the age of 7.
I was so close. He's from Georgia. Duluth is a city near Atlanta, Georgia. He unironically is a rapper from Atlanta. Okay.
We could be more than just friends. You mean like best friends? No, you know more than that. You mean like a mega best friends?
Keep in mind, Mackenzie, Matty B Raps was born the same year as us, so he was doing.
What?
Yeah, he's born 03, so he was doing this when we were the same age as him.
You know, and it's always nice to remember that he was doing that the same year as us, as well as Olivia Rodrigo is the same age as us.
Top 3 Atlanta rappers: Playboy Cardi, Matty B Raps, Future.
Real.
Anyways, supposed to go to this chicken place, but
And
we were
Rick
there super early, and the chicken place wasn't gonna open up, so we decided to get bagels from this place. It's like Einstein Bagel Co. or something that was in the Einstein Bros Bagels. There we go. They had a spot in the airport, so we got bagels. I got a cookie too, and we ate. Then I charged my phone for a bit, and we started our journey. So I ordered an Uber, which I had 50% off for, which was really nice.
Why?
I don't know. I just went on Uber to order it, and it said I had 50% off, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll take it." And we Ubered to the venue. So then we show up, and the outside of the venue was really confusing because, like, low key, like the parking lot and stuff like that. Almost okay. Yeah, we're just scrolling TikTok instead of listening to my.
That wasn't even TikTok.
We're just okay.
I opened my phone and that was Matty B Rap playing again.
Yeah. So the outside kind of looked like there was like construction going on almost.
Now viral TikTok.
I wasn't sure if I was in the right place, but then like there were Rainbow Six Siege banners.
See, for $10, I would think you got scammed, and I would be terrified.
It was the website kind of looked like a scam too, low key, but like it was definitely the official like Siege. Let me send you a picture of the outside of this venue. Granted, this is more so when I walk up closer to it, but you'll get the vibe of like it was just like gravel, and then like there was a Siege X sign, but then there was like one barrel, and there was some people by the barrel.
You know what? This kind of looks like the Hunger Games.
Low-key, yeah.
This
so then I was like,
District 12, or maybe the Lumber District.
So then I was confused if I was like in the wrong place, maybe, or like this was the back of the venue. So I went up and I asked, and they were like, "Nope, this is the right place. This guy's here. He's sitting down here over on the side. You can see him. He was there earlier, so we just sit there. So we
see them.
We sit down. I can send a picture if they ask. We sit down and we start talking to this guy. He was really nice. His name was Darnell. He expected people to be there way earlier. Granted, this is like 9:30 in the morning, maybe, and doors open at noon. And we're the second people there.
So wait, the guy in front of you, right?
Yeah, the guy in front of me.
He's not a worker.
No. He's just also there. He thought there would be a bunch of people that came early to get in line, and he was shocked that there was no one. And they drove from 2 hours away to be here.
Damn.
So yeah, we just got to like talking to him. He was a really nice guy. For a while, actually no, sorry, I was gonna say for a while nobody came. About 5 minutes maybe later of talking, right? I look up and there's people walking this way, and immediately my stomach is in like knots, and I start like freaking out, and I don't know what to do because I look up and from far away I can immediately tell from their hair that I'm looking at Stable Ronaldo, Jason the Ween, and Lacy, and
Oh.
they are walking like straight towards us. So then I'm freaking out because
And you pitch my Twitch stream.
I love Stable Ronaldo. I love Jason. I love Lacy. FaZe is insanely funny. And I was very tired, and I wasn't yet in the mindset. Like when I'm in the venue, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna meet these creators, right? Or like I have the chance to meet people. But when I was sitting out there, I like wasn't ready, so I started freaking out, and that's the only thing I regret about the trip is I didn't ask them for a picture, because yeah,
Don't worry, you got that stalker ass picture of them.
Whoa. I was taking a picture of the banner. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But yeah, so then they walked up, and then the closer they got, I was like freaking out. And then I finally decided I was gonna ask them for a picture, but they were already too close. And then the employee started talking to them to like check them in. So then I didn't want to be. This is my problem. Is I've heard too many like there's a lot of creators and stuff who say they love taking pictures with fans, right? But I've heard too many stories of it being like kind of annoying, you know what I mean? And I don't want to be annoying, and I don't want to like interrupt something or just going up and asking for a picture feels really transactional, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, you are a guy on screen, take picture with me, you know?
Now, let me do a little I'm a little famous. So I have interacted with people that know me, and I've taken photos with a few people. And I believe first person first they asked me for a photo. The second person came up right after that person and asked for a photo, but then the next day, this was at a convention, the person was like, "Hey, do you post TikToks?" And I go, "Yeah," and he was like, "Oh my god, I think I follow you." And I was like, "Sick!" And then I was like, I hope you guys have a good time. Like, I didn't, like, because I was like, they don't seem like people that would want photo. Like, I don't know. I couldn't, like, because, like, I was like, okay, if anyone ever talks to me, I'll be like, hey, do you want a photo? But it's kind of awkward
if they say no.
If they don't want a photo. Yeah. It's like,
no,
okay. Like, I'm like, so I was like, oh, okay. So I feel like it's nicer when the creator asks you for a photo, but I can understand creators being like, especially me, because I'm a nano creator, like I'm very small, like I'm gonna just get rejected. Like why would they want a photo with me? Because anyways.
So yeah, I didn't want it to be like really transactional, so then I was overthinking it a lot, and then yeah, the employee started talking to them to check them in, so I was like, okay, don't want to interrupt this or like cut them off. It's the biggest thing that I regret, because I could have gotten a photo with like 3 of my favorite creators all at once, which would have been crazy. So they go in, and then yeah, no one else really showed up for a while. Then people very slowly started coming. Then I saw a guy that I knew. His name's No Limit. He's a Siege content creator, and he does like cosplays. And the cosplayers went crazy for this event. It was so sick. A bunch of cosplayers started showing up, and they were like grouping up because they got to go in early. So there's a big group of people as like all the operators from the game. And yeah, so we're waiting, and then finally it gets time to like go through check-in. And before that happens, an employee comes up, and I got kind of salty at this, I'm not gonna lie. They gave Darnell, for being the first person there, a keychain and a sticker. And I was
didn't share?
I was like, damn, bro. Like we're second. You're not gonna give it to like the first couple people in line. But it's okay, because once I got in the venue later, I got the same keychain and sticker. So
okay.
it was not special. So yeah, we check in and we line up. So there's these like 3 garage doors, okay? But 2 of them are covered up by like this big advertising banner kind of on the left. But one of the banners has a square that looks like it's Velcro, and like they could like Velcro tear it down, okay? And they have us line up at the Velcro, all right? And then there's like they're telling us like they're going to be filming the intro and stuff like that. So They want everyone to kind of crowd close to the door because when they open up, they want it to look cool for the cameras. And so we all line up. Everyone's getting close. We're kind of freaking out. We're getting excited. And I jokingly say, imagine this is the wrong door. Because if we look to our right, there's a garage door that has smoke like coming out below it from like smoke machines. And it looks really cool. So I'm like, imagine this is the wrong door and that's the one we're supposed to be at. We're like, haha, that'd be funny. We're all talking and stuff. We're all talking, and then this guy over towards that door calls over the guy who's kind of like running the thing. It seemed, or at least was like organizing us and like where to stand, right? And he calls them over, and they go over and they're talking, and I'm looking over at them, and then the guy looks up at us and he starts laughing, and I'm like, guys, I think we're at the wrong door. And the guy who directed us to that door goes, okay, guys, I'm going to ask everyone to just shift over this way. And I was like, yup. So we had to shift over to the door that smoke machines are like pumping smoke under.
So have they posted you walking in?
They didn't post that yet. And there's another clip later that I'll talk about that they haven't posted. And I'm waiting. I want them to post it so bad.
Oh, is it the thing you messaged?
Yeah. So then the doors roll up, and I have a video of me walking in. It's like really bad because I was more so focused on like living it.
You guys want John feet pics? The video's for you.
Nah, it's not necessarily just feet. It's just like a low shot of everything going on.
Nah, I have so many clips like that.
Because I was just kind of trying to like live the moment, and so I just had my phone, like it wasn't a priority, and I didn't see what it was filming. But yeah, we walked in. They had the cosplayers come in early so that the cosplayers could like set up in different areas. So we're walking through like recreations of different parts of the map, and there's like hatches on the ground, and a lot of it was a clubhouse, which is like a biker kind of bar. And then there was also bank.
I know bank.
So we're walking through, and they have like Valk cameras up on the wall. They have drones that have like working lights. There was a proximity alarm when you turn the one corner that would like go beep 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 and make the same sound as in game. There was like Habana pellets on the wall. There was a mirror window, stuff like that. Super cool. So we're walking through, and then we get to where it's a more open part of the venue. And there's kind of a direction that you're supposed to walk because there's a lot of the game devs and stuff like that sort of forming a path. But before the doors opened, we asked one of the game devs who was out there. We were like, hey, so like we got here early. What direction should we go? Like, where should we go first, right? Because they'd released this sort of itinerary thing that listed the stuff you'd be able to do, but we didn't know where any of it was, like how limited anything was. And so then they went, go straight to the bank vault. So we were like, okay. So we walk in, immediately we see the bank vault. We're like, go. We go there. That's where you get your free shirt. So we get our free shirt, and then we go to the back right corner because that is the embroidery station, which was really cool. So you could give them
skip the line.
Exactly. So you could give them the free shirt you got, or you could apparently give them like pretty much anything. But I just gave them the free shirt. And then this is, I guess, another regret. It's not necessarily a regret, but when you're in line for the embroidery thing, they have a QR code that you scan, and then you put through basically like a mobile order. It's free, but you like fill out this form mobilely, and it asks like what you want embroidered. So they have like, you could do the game logo, or you could do custom text and do like your gamer tag or something, and then you choose the embroidery spot and stuff like that, right? So I was trying to do it really fast so that we could get it in quickly, right? And I ended up choosing on the chest because I was like, oh, that would look cool. And then I didn't see what the shirt really looked like yet. And one of the spots you could embroider on was the left arm, where there's no graphic on the left arm. And so I was like, shit, I wish I did the left arm. Can I like change it? And they were like, no, unfortunately you can't. And then the one lady was like, yeah, if you just, because they like write your name and you put it in a bag, they're like, if where you write your name, you just put that you want it on your arm, then like I'll know to do it on your arm. So I was like, okay. So I wrote my name, I put arm. Then the other lady, she wrote like 5 arrows pointing at arm and like circled it. And they were like, okay, we'll remember. Handed in. When I got it later, they didn't put it on the arm, they put it on the chest. But that's my mistake. I'm the one who filled out the form, and like I said, put it on the chest. So the order said chest. I'm a little sad, but it still looks fine. It still looks great.
At least you got it. You gotta look at the positives.
And I got it. Yeah. And there was a lot of people who didn't get it, which is why I'm glad we went early. Because we were talking to people later on, and they said that they went over, and the people told them like, we have too many orders. We're not going to be able to get it done in time before the end of the event. Like, we can't do it for you. So we got to do it at least. Then went over to the snack station. I got a small bag of Cheez-Its and a Diet Coke, which I was happy about.
For free?
Yeah, for free. They just had a bunch of snacks laid out.
Damn, $10.
My brother got... See, this is one thing that I'm also kind of upset about Ubisoft. So...
Why are you upset about so many things here?
No, I'm not like actually upset. But,
okay.
You know, just like tips for the next event if you're listening. So the Diet Cokes that they had, right? They were mini cans, okay? So they're tiny. And I'm like, that's fair. There's a lot of people. They're like NSS or whatever, right? After I sit down, my brother got a Monster. It's a full giant can of Monster.
Holy.
Why are we doing mini cans of Diet Coke and then we're doing gigantic cans of Monster? I didn't want Monster. I want a Diet Coke, but I'm getting ration Diet Coke. It's
maybe
crazy.
because Diet Coke's more popular with... Okay, I was
with
going to
the
be
ladies.
mean if I say that.
There's
no.
so many. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say the Discord mods.
That's... If anything, Monster's more popular with the Discord mods.
Yeah, honestly, the girly pops kind of love Diet Pepsi.
The girly pops do. I mean, Addison Rae has a whole song called Diet Pepsi.
True, forgot about that girly pop.
So yeah, so got the snacks, and then we go to sit down, and the sitting down was very confusing. Not confusing because of Ubisoft, confusing because of the people. So they had the first like 2-3-ish rows, depending on where you sat, like what row you were in, I guess, because towards the middle they had like more seats towards the front, but it kind of like angled outwards. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like the first 2/3 rows were reserved for game devs and cosplayers. And then after that, for some reason, people, instead of just like filing in or like going closest and working out, they were just sort of sitting at like the back and the middle. And so then
some people maybe didn't want to be on camera.
No matter what, you were gonna be on camera, and I guess maybe not as much, but like in like a crowd shot, you're gonna be on camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to this like third row, fourth-ish row. So me and my brother went, and then this lady, we got fucking beef, bro.
Oh.
We sit down, and she backed off real quick too. Me and my brother sit down, and then I hear this lady behind us go, "Oh, they must have saw like all the tall people saw the short girl sitting over here and decided to." And this is like a mom too. She's like 40 or something. She's like,
she there?
Oh, she's like, "Oh, they must have saw like the short people and decided, yeah, we'll sit right here." So then I turn around, and I'm like, I'm a nice person, so I'm like, "Oh, sorry, like we can move." And then she's like, "No. I don't even want to see. I just want to look at the screen. I can see the screen from here. It's fine." So I'm like, what the fuck you complaining for? And I can hear you, bitch. Fuck you. You want to... Next creator clash? Next creator clash is going to be me versus lady in the crowd.
See, like, I can full on, like, I've been a bitch sometimes. I've been, like, talking really loudly. Like, I'd be like, no. Wait, hold. But okay. I'd be like, wow, it's so cool that there's a line forming behind me and not in front of me. And how there's people behind me. And then, but like, they never confront me. Like, if you're gonna get like, own up to it, be like, yeah, if you don't mind moving, like.
Exactly. I turned around and I offered really nicely, like, hey, and there were seats like in the same row, a little bit down. So I was like, I can go out here, like I can sit down here, it's fine. And she said, like, no, we can see the screen, it's okay, like you're fine. But then don't sit there complaining behind me. Like, what if you're not going to take up the offer and it's not a problem, then stop acting like it's a problem. So we got beef, but immediately didn't care because I got really excited. Looked up, and the stage, there was like this big brick building, and it said like Siege X. And then on the right there was this sort of doorway, okay. And then the stream was starting, and they had the voice of Ash from the game. She came out the doors to the right. And
was that her?
Yeah. She was like talking a bit about the game and stuff. And then she said, like, as the voice of Ash, and everyone like cheered and went crazy. She was like, I know something about leading or whatever. Like this one, she was like, Avengers Assemble, but in like Rainbow Six Siege. I forgot what she said. And then when she said that, they made like a breaching charge noise that in person was so loud and like shook the entire venue. And then the fucking building just like, the wall broke down in the shape of an X, and it was super cool.
What the fuck?
And then that's where the creators came out of. They started announcing the creators, and immediately when they started announcing, I got really excited because the announcer who was announcing them didn't even know he was going to be there. It was Intero, who's my favorite caster. He used to cast with Kickstar, rest in peace. But he's been doing it for a really, really long time. He's like the go-to casting. I love him.
Well, then I would have known him.
You would know him, yeah.
Because I only watched when they did it.
So he was commentating, and so I got really excited. They're announcing the teams, and something went wrong in production when they announced Team Stable Ronaldo, and then Team Pengu came out. And so they're talking about how all these controller players and stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's all PC players, Team Pengu, they're coming out. So then later, they announced Team Pengu, and then Stable Ronaldo, like Your Rage, stuff like that. They walk out, and then they're just like awkwardly like walking and like scratching their heads and looking around like, I think we're just going to go sit down.
I don't even know if that's production or their planning, because it could just be told like to go
I don't know which, like, where it went wrong, but the wrong team came out at the wrong time, and it was really funny. But they ended up playing it off well. Like they acted it really funnily.
Yeah.
So then it was time for the initial show match of the new game mode that they have, which is like a 6v6. You can respawn. You have to attack and defend. So each team has 3 zones, and you use one zone at a time. So it'll be like zone 1, right? And then you have to try to defend your zone from having like a bomb planted, while also trying to attack the other person's zone. And then there's like a neutral area in the middle that no one can capture. The game mode is super, super fun. But I was just freaking out because the whole time I'm like looking around, and I can just see like not only Siege creators, but all these creators that I know, because I'm looking and like I can see Stable Ronaldo's like leaning his chair back and bouncing, and then I look over and Your Rage is sitting next to him. Then I look up and like Agent from AMP is over there, and then there's all these Siege creators that I know that are around, and Joe Bartolozzi, the TikToker, he was there. It was like
I must say they got the weirdest fucking people to play this.
They spent so much money and got the weirdest people there, but then they got even weirder people online because Ludwig from Video Games and Hassan from Politics are restreaming the announcement, which was crazy.
And they sold the tickets for $10.
And the funniest part about them having random creators is when they were announcing the like patch notes and stuff and the new changes coming. I watched Jason Lewin's VOD back. He was reacting to them announcing, they're basically announcing patch notes for a game he doesn't play, right? And he just kept doing like the craziest over the top, like, oh my God, what? FaZe just kept going, nah, we will all be playing that. Nah, we're all going to be playing this. Yeah, all of us will be playing this. And it's just like, you could tell his ass is not getting on that game, but it brought eyes to the game. So it is what it is. They did that. They did the patch notes. Then they did like a 5v5 match for creators, which that I don't understand how it worked, because they had teams of 6v6 creators, and then they played 5v5.
The new game mode.
They did the new game mode, and they played the regular game mode, just like on the new game. But doing the regular game mode would mean one person from every team gets kicked, because it goes from 6v6 to 5v5. So I don't know how they decided who didn't get to play.
Maybe whoever had to leave first.
Maybe I don't even know. Or maybe
so who didn't play.
Maybe they had like the extra people like play a game of their own or something. I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't know who didn't play, because this is another not problem with the event, but thing that I feel like they could have done better is for the 5v5 mode. For the 6v6 mode, they followed like a bunch of different teams, right? And they'd like cut around. For the 5v5 mode, they followed only one team. So we had no idea like what the other creators were doing, what happened in their games, anything. So I don't know.
Even online?
Online, if you were watching the person's POV, like you could see like their game, but in person and on the main stream, it was just one game. But that was really fun. And then once that ended, it was about 3 p.m. and we got told by the employees that at 3 p.m. was when we could get in line to test the game, because they had one set of setups for us to test the game before anyone else could play it. So we went over, and then while we're waiting in line, this dev comes over and she says that it's a 20-minute demo. After 20 minutes, like everyone just gets disconnected, whether your game's done or not. There's a limited amount of time that we have to play. So I will tell you if you're the last person, so that everyone knows, like, there's no point in waiting. You're not going to get to play. I don't want to waste your time, you know? So we're standing there. I'm really nervous that like I'm not going to be able to play it. That's when we get the keychains. The guy comes around, and we're waiting, and the lady points at me and she goes, "You're the last one in the third group."
Oh shit!
And I'm like, "Oh, I'm the last one. Like I get to play." And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, thank God.
What about your brother?
My brother was in front of me, so
Okay.
it was okay. We both got to play. Then we're super hyped. We're standing there, we're watching people play. Also another really fun part is we're playing on a dev build of the game, so they have all the skins in the game. So like I can put on some crazy like expensive skins that I'd never be able to get at home. So we end up waiting for our turn. We get to play. The game was super fun. Not an ad. I actually love the new game mode. I love Siege. Maybe I'm biased. But our game was one of the ones that got disconnected because it took too long. And it was really sad because we were having like an E3 trailer cinematic ass game where it was coming down to the last sector. Both teams had the diffuser planted in the like each other's sectors. And so there was like 3 people in each sector to where like they were trying to defend their plant and 3 of us were trying to retake the site, and then 3 of us were defending the plant and they were trying to retake their site. And so it was like getting down to the last seconds. If anyone won the retake, they like won the game, and then the servers just like freeze and it kicks us and we all got really
but you're
sad.
the last person. Let's let it play out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that shit was so cinematic. Also, I forgot to say, when I was waiting in line, another commentator that I really like, Captain Fluke, she was going around and she was in like a Valkyrie cosplay, so it was really cool. She was going down the line and like she picked someone out and was like asking them questions like, "What are you most excited about for like the upcoming Siege? What are you most excited about, et cetera, et cetera." And then I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! What if I get asked?" And she's going down the line and she looks, and I'm a genius because I wore my OG TSM Bolo jersey. TSM not even in the game anymore. Bolo now retired, right? I wore my TSM Bolo jersey to the event. Fluke's going down the line, and she goes, "Could I ask a TSM fan their opinion?" And I'm like, "Of course."
Did you
so
compliment her? Did you say you're a fan?
I did at the end, yeah. So I'm like, "Of course." And she asked me what I was most excited for, right? And everyone, I tried thinking of like a deep brain answer to try and increase my chances at getting posted, okay? While I was waiting, because everyone's like, "Oh, I'm excited for the better sound to hear more. I'm excited for that." I said, you know what I think is going to be a really underrated change is the new movement system, right? Because now you have the new momentum-based movement. So it's going to completely change like the flow of the game. You're going to have to, change how you're tracking, because if someone's standing on something and they run off, you're gonna have to track that rather than you used to just like drop off. But like when you ran off of an object, I don't know if you remember, but like you wouldn't keep running, you would just kind of like stop and like fall, hit the ground, and then you could go. But now you like diagonally go with your momentum. And it seemed like a really good answer, and she was talking back about it, and we had a little conversation, and then she walked away. And it still hasn't been posted yet, and I'm patiently waiting because
has she posted other ones?
It was really cool. I've checked. She did interviews outside with like the cosplayers before the event, and that got posted to the main Rainbow Six Siege TikTok. So I assume it'll be posted there eventually, but they haven't posted it yet.
Now, technically speaking, you have been on the main Rainbow Six Siege stream and Ludwig's stream and Hassan's stream and Jason Lewin's stream because...
That was also the coolest part, was having friends DM me screenshots of me in the crowd. You were the main one that did it.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh shit, I clicked on it, I was like, oh, event starting 1 minute, so I messaged John, I'm like, yo, event starts in 1 minute, open the stream. and then it starts, and I went, oh, there he is. and then I was like, hey, look, it's you. Yeah. And then I thought I saw you in the first thing, and then I was like, wait, no, that's not you. And then the next one, I was like, oh, no, that is you.
One of my friends who I met on Siege, his name's Nathan, he sent me a screenshot and said he couldn't find me. And then in the screenshot, I was like very clearly right there. So I was like, oh, I'm right here. But yeah, it was just really fun.
Doxed.
Like, getting seen on the broadcast. Then after we played, that's when we were going to go over and get our shirts. And this is the final part that I have beef with Ubisoft, but it makes sense. It makes sense in theory, I guess, but I don't think they should have done it like this. So if you remember, we went to the shirt station first, right? Because we wanted to get our shirts done.
Are you gonna
get
your shirt last?
Our shirts weren't done yet, which means they just piled the shirts, and ours were then on the bottom. So then ours would have been last to be made because we were earlier, which like punishes you for being fast. At least we got one, yeah. So then they were like, "It's not done yet. Give us a couple of minutes." So we're like, "Okay." let's do another lap. So we're doing another lap, and as we're doing the lap, we see Intero, and he's talking to some people, and this is like the one person that like I had to ask for a picture because like he's my favorite caster. He's been my goat for years and years and years. So me and my brother, we go up to him and we wait till like their conversation kind of like dies down and no one's saying anything. We're like, excuse me, can we please get a photo? Like, we love your work. We love your casting.
We love your
And
work.
he was. That's what I said. I don't know why I said it like that, but I was like, I love your work. And he was super nice about it. He was like, yeah, of course, you guys can get pictures. We got a picture together. I'm glad one of them turned out decent because apparently, like, either my hands were shaking or just like when I took the photo, like something happened. And so I have two pictures, and one of them is like super blurry, but the second one came out good.
But I thought you took your own photo. I thought your brother.
Yeah, it was like selfie with him. Like I took a selfie with him. And then I was super gassed about that. We finished our lap. Our shirts weren't done yet, so we sat down. I went back to the snack station to get us snacks. As I was going there, I saw Skype, who is a Siege streamer. He plays console.
No, John, Skype is shutting down. It's just Discord now.
What do you mean? No, whoa. What about TeamSpeak?
You're so right.
So yeah, I saw Skype, and this was someone who like I don't really watch Skype, right? So I'm not freaking out over this, but it was pretty cool. And I didn't like need a picture, so I wasn't gonna interrupt him. But I was just like chill as fuck, nonchalant. I was like, yo, what's up, bro? And I stuck out my fist, and he was like, yo, what's up? And we fist bumped, passing each other. And now I'm like, I've been watching.
Now you haven't washed their hand.
No, I've been watching like more Twitch than ever lately, which is funny because I can't watch your streams.
Because you're going back. Yeah. Well, you can no, you'll be on the next stream.
But
you can watch my Saturday stream.
I've just been like watching a lot of Twitch. I bought Twitch Turbo again because it pissed me off. I would click on a stream and then get like 3 minutes of ads and lose my mind.
Yeah.
So I got Twitch Turbo, and I've just been watching a lot of streams. And so I've been watching. They do these roller tourneys, they're called, these like console tournaments. And Skype is like always a part of them. And so every time Skype does something, I'm like, yo, I fist bumped that guy. But yeah, then we had our snacks, got our shirts, and we left the venue. And then as we're leaving the venue, we're trying to figure out where the frick can we order an Uber, because we're just in like a big square of gravel, right? Mm-hmm. So we asked someone, and they say they're pretty sure there's like Uber pickup down by the restaurant. No clue where the restaurant is, but they pointed in a direction, so we started going that direction. And that didn't seem like it was leading anywhere. So then we were like, okay, we're just going to go on the side of the road. And then as we're walking there, I see Lacy, and he's standing on the sidewalk. And I'm like, yes, this is my redemption. I can get my photo with Lacy. And then as we're walking towards him, he starts crossing the road to get into his Uber. So that's when I shouted. I was like, I got to do something. I'm like, yo, Lacy. And he's like, I'm like, you're the GOAT. And he's like, see you guys. And I thought that was a really cool interaction. I got to speak to Lacy.
Now, the person, Meerkat was the one who clipped it. Did he know beforehand, or was this a live clipping?
I think he like went back to clip it, but he was like watching them live anyways. And then I messaged him. I was like, I just spoke to Lacy. And I told Nat too, and Nat was searching for the clip. And I didn't know I knew he was live in the event, but I didn't know he was like, had an
Still
IRL
live.
Stream and was like walking around with his phone live. I thought it was just at the event.
Was it just him alone?
It was him, and he was with someone who I assume now is Drew, his cameraman. But I didn't know what he was
gonna say, bro's gotta be with somebody.
So then they got in the Uber, and then we're standing waiting for our Uber, and then I turn around and I see Agent from AMP, Agent 00. And then I was gonna get a picture with him, but I have situational awareness, and as he was walking by, he was like back at the gravel where we were, but he was like coming to the sidewalk. But I listened because he was talking on the phone, and he was talking about something about like it being under warranty and this, that, the other thing. And I know that he has a lot of cars, so I assumed he was probably under a stressful call about his cars, and I don't want to interrupt like an important call, you know what I mean?
Fair.
So I didn't ask him for a picture, but I got to see him like
Did
up
you
close,
give him
which
a
was pretty
wave?
cool. Why did you have to ask that question?
Oh no.
He like turned back our way, and I started raising my hand to like wave at him, and then he turned around to look where he was walking. So then I waved to no one.
Hey, at least it wasn't like you waved to somebody and they were waving to the person behind you.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad, but yeah. So then my brother and I, we ordered our Uber, and this is where me almost becoming.
So wait, did you ever get the chicken part?
This is where me almost becoming a stalker comes into play.
Okay, sorry.
We were going to then go and get the chicken that I really wanted to try, right? But the problem was my phone, I was using it so much, and because I had the stream playing in my pocket for half an hour to get my beta drop.
Yeah,
so
I also thought, I was like, do you get a free pass? Like, I was so
they did
close.
not give us a free thing, so I had it in my pocket. Yes, it is. And so then, and also my brother didn't bring a phone charger at all, even though I told him to constantly, and his phone drained throughout the day.
No offense to your brother.
So
stupid.
His phone was dead, and my phone was on 10% or something, right? 10, 15%.
But you have your charger.
But I have my charger, right? But
have you thought about investing in a portable charger?
I need one. After this, I definitely need one. So I then was like, okay, we can go to the chicken place, but then I don't know if they have an outlet that I can just use and charge my phone, and I don't want my phone. I was just, I don't know. I was overthinking it and stressing about it. I was like, I don't want my phone to die and then not be able to get an Uber to the airport and then be trapped. So we're just going to go to the airport and be safe and not get the chicken, right? Is what it is. I'll try it another time. It's fine. So
acting like he's going to go back in Atlanta. What the fuck's in Atlanta?
I don't know. It's on the way to Florida, so I don't know. Maybe I can stop. Maybe I'll be in Nashville and I can get it from the original spot or something.
You and Meerkat go on a state by state tour.
Dude, a food tour would be so fire.
Actually, I learned there's a website where you can put one location to the other location you're going, and it'll automatically put cool stops.
Oh, scenic routes and stops.
Yeah,
ooh, that's fun.
Anyway, yes, continue. Stalker.
So we didn't go to the chicken place, and we decide we're gonna go to the airport just to be safe, right? So we Uber to the airport. We get there, and we get through security pretty fast. And this airport, by the way, fucking gigantic Atlanta airport. You have to, in Florida's airport, you know how I said we had to get on a train and I had to get to the main terminal? This has a literal subway that has multiple stops, and each stop is a different concourse that has a shit ton of gates. So there's A, B, C, D, and T. And you have to wait for your stop.
It's not that confusing.
Crazy. Atlanta airport is massive. But while we're going through the airport, I pulled up Lacy's stream. And when I pulled up Lacy's stream, he was eating chicken at Hattie B's Nashville Hot Chicken. Which means, if we went through with the original plan of getting the chicken, I would have shouted across to Lacy as he's getting in his Uber, "Yo, Lacy, you're the GOAT." Then got in an Uber, which would have followed him and gone to the same chicken place, and I would have appeared, and I would have looked like a stalker and a stream sniper, and especially during what's been going on, with stalkers stalking IRL streamers and stuff. It would have been a really bad look that happened on accident. So it's probably a great thing that we went to the airport and didn't accidentally follow Lacy to the chicken place.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the end of the trip. We flew back home. Flight back went really smoothly. I was super tired, but couldn't fall asleep because the seats are uncomfortable because I'm gigantic. And yeah, it was a good trip.
What would you rate the experience out of 10?
I would rate it a 9.5 out of 10. If I had gotten a picture with all of FaZe, it would have been an 11 out of 10. But it was, again, like I said, the coolest experience that I could be a part of. There were so many Siege creators and players and stuff like that. That was really cool to see in person. It was cool that I got to meet Intero. I got to see all the members of FaZe in person and technically talk to Lacy. I fist bumped Skype. And I get a cosmetic pack eventually, hopefully, that they're supposed to email.
I did homework that week. That was fun.
Nice.
I really enjoyed that. But even though we have hit an hour, we had a request from a viewer to talk about a thingamajiggy. Now, neither of us decided, hey, we'll search this up.
My exact thought process, which proves true, was that I would spend too long talking about the event and not even get to talk about it because we would have hit an hour. So I didn't watch it, and I was going to watch it for next week.
we'll probably go more in depth with it, but Buzzy BRB has asked us about the Hailey Bieber versus Selena Gomez drama. Now,
No. To be precise, they said they wanted to ask us to cover what's going on with Hailey Bieber. They had no idea what it was and couldn't find the series, so told us to do research. So they didn't know it was about Selena Gomez.
So, from my understanding of anything with Hailey Bieber, this has been going on for many, many years, and Hailey Bieber is obsessed with Justin Bieber's ex, Selena Gomez.
I have loosely known for years that it's like alleged, or a lot of people say that Hailey Bieber was basically a big Justin Bieber fan who somehow like low-key stalked her way into marrying him.
Exactly.
I knew about that.
So that's also what I knew. But before the podcast started, for like a good 5 minutes, I watched part 1 and 2 on TikTok
2x speed.
On 2x speed. So basically, it's this. She's just obsessed with. She just wants to be Selena Gomez.
Well.
Oh.
The updated. Well, you can go in about the Selena Gomez actually first.
So from what I understand, if you guys don't know, Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber were together and they broke up and together and they broke up and they together and broke up in like 2013. I don't really remember, but they were like the it couple and they were like covered everywhere. While Hailey Baldwin, daughter of one of the Baldwin brothers, which I did not know about, first of all, I
didn't know that they were brothers. I only know about the guy who shot someone.
Alex Baldwin.
Yeah, Alex
That's
Baldwin.
Her uncle.
Okay, not the father.
So, yes, so she's just, the Nepo baby that she is. And she's live, laugh, loving. And then apparently she was, interacting with fan accounts, asking, where's Justin Bieber? Are these DMs real? Blah, 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 blah. She's, ultimate fangirl. I feel like I saw her on Ellen for a thing, but I could be wrong about that. But then she became friends with Kylie Jenner and... What's the other one?
Kendall
Jenner. And that was her segue into Justin Bieber's life. Because all famous people know famous people.
Of course.
And there's said to be, Selena Gomez went on a trip with, Kylie and Kendall, strategically planned so that Hailey, there's so many girl names, could get, go on a date with Justin while they broke up. And then, over the years, Hailey has just started copying what Selena does. For example, Selena had a cooking show, then Hailey had a cooking show.
I used to watch the Selena cooking show. I don't know if you remember that.
I heard it was good. I don't know anything about Hailey's cooking show.
I didn't even know that she had one.
Another thing that we learned is that Selena Gomez got a letter G behind her ear for her little sister, Gina, I think her name is. And coincidentally, Hailey Bieber also got a G behind her ear. Don't ask for the significance because she doesn't have one. She's copied her poses and outfits, and she also famous people, they all have makeup brands, but Selena has a makeup brand and Hailey has a makeup brand, and they kind of do the same makeup.
It's Rhode.
That's Hailey's, and then Selena's is I don't know.
Beauty.
Rare Beauty, yes, thank you.
I'm not saying women love makeup, but why do I know this and you don't?
I don't wear makeup. Pop culture history book of them three came out 9 hours ago. Hold.
Basically, what
Jelena was a thing on and off from 2010 to 2018. Go ahead.
The updated version of this apparently is Justin Bieber took a break from social media, okay? And then he came back, and apparently there's rumors swirling about divorce, right? They might get divorced. There's even, it was his birthday recently, and a video got posted where Hailey is walking the cake to him, and he's blows out the candles and stuff, and he doesn't even look at her once. So rumors are swirling about divorce, even though they're still posting photos together.
And they have a child together now.
Yeah. So I don't know how valid these claims are, but for rumor purposes, there's rumors of divorce, right? And during this, Justin ends up following a new pop star who's popped into the mix, right? And he apparently follows Sabrina Carpenter. So then Haley, in ways that I don't know because I only watched that one part of the TikTok and then it ended. Haley has apparently now set her eyes on Sabrina Carpenter and is doing everything she did to Selena to Sabrina and copying, I guess her looks and this, that, the other thing, and trying to copy how she acts.
Well, what's the reason?
Because she thinks that, okay, people allege that she thinks that Justin is now in love with Sabrina Carpenter. So then she wants to make herself be whoever he's in love with so that he is in love with her instead, right? If you can't beat him, join him. So she's trying to become whoever he's got his eyes set on. Again, this is all extreme gossip rumory stuff. So like it could just fully not be true and they could be in a happy marriage and it's fine.
According to this post by Beaches, Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, Hailey Bieber drama timeline. July 7th, 2018. Justin and Hailey Bieber get engaged. September 13th, 2018. Also, keep in mind, Selena was on and off till 2018. They broke up for good in March 2018, and then they got engaged July 7th, 2018. That's kind of fast, I must say. September 13th, they get married. October 2013, 2019, Selena seemingly addresses Justin and Hailey's marriage and Lose You to Love Me. In the second verse of the heartbreak ballad, Selena seems to reinforce the brutal Justin/Hailey timeline. In 2 months, you replaced us like it was easy. Made me think I deserved it in the thick of healing. In September 2018, 2022, Hailey Bieber was Call Her Daddy interview. During this wild episode, Hailey attempted to shut down rumors that she stole Justin from Selena, saying, quote, I can say, period, point blank, I was never with him when he was in a relationship with anybody, and that's the end of it, end quote. October 16, 2022, Selena and Hailey take photos together.
Oh.
Wow. February 22nd, 2023, the Hailey-Kylie-Selena eyebrow drama. Do you know about this?
Nope.
Oh. It all started when Selena posted a TikTok expressing concerns that she over-laminated her eyebrows. Just a few hours later, Kylie Jenner posted a screenshot of her and Hailey showing off their eyebrows on FaceTime. A coincidence? The chronically online think not. When Selena... what the fuck was a call-out? When Selena Tours... apparently that's her fan name, got pissed, Kylie claimed that her post that had nothing to do with Selena, and Selena confirmed that they were cool. But the same day, the old video of Hailey being mean to Taylor Swift resurfaced, and Selena was not having it. So sorry, my best friend is and continues to be one of the best in the game, she commented in her defense of her bestie. And then Hailey accused of liking a shady TikTok about Selena, and that's it. This is a very boring post. Anywho. In conclusion, Hailey Bieber is insecure and wants to be
allegedly Hailey Bieber's insecure and wanted to be Selena Gomez and is apparently setting her sights on Sabrina Carpenter now. But I looked at the top of channel and realized I forgot some stuff about my own trip that I'm going to cover really quick, if that's possible.
Wait, can I just mention this? Also, the influencer allegedly liked a TikTok shading Selena and her fiance, Benny Blanco. Basically, she just posts things that are shady.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to your trip.
Back to my trip. 2 quick things about the airport that I forgot. On the way there, okay, we go to the airport. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I was going to go look for a drink, okay? You would think there's vending machines with beverages, yes?
No, I've never seen that in an airport.
I go to the vending machines that they have. They have 3 vending machines lined up, okay? And you know what the vending machines are?
Diet Pepsi?
Freaking Kylie Cosmetics.
Oh.
I can't drink makeup. And then there was there was two Kylie Cosmetics vending machines.
Technically.
There was two Kylie Cosmetics vending machines, and then there was one like farmer vending machine that just had like all natural like yogurt and granola. But like I was thirsty, so that didn't really work. So I got nothing. And then the final bit that I have is my flight pack. I have fucking beef and I got scammed.
Oh.
Okay. I am sat in seat 25D. Okay. And I'm sitting here.
Did you sit with your brother?
I'm chilling. Yeah. My brother ended up next to me. So I'm chilling 25D. Okay. This is important. I am like fading in and out of consciousness, trying to go to sleep, but not going to sleep, but kind of going to sleep, but it only being for like 2 seconds, blah, blah, blah. And then they're calling over the intercom and they're saying, you know, we're almost beginning our descent. We should be down in like 20 minutes, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then they let us know about a fun little game they're doing. Okay? Fun little thing they're doing. And someone on the plane will win. It was like $1,000 in travel credit or something, right?
I want to win.
You would win like a bunch of money. And the way you win is you just look at your tray, and one of the seats, they put a yellow sticker on the bottom of the tray, and that means you won. Okay? I look at my tray. I don't have it. My brother looks at his tray. He doesn't have it. We don't have it. Damn. It's what it is. So I'm sitting there. Stuff goes on, blah, blah, blah. And apparently the person didn't let the flight attendant know that they'd seen it, right? So then they call over the intercom and they say, hey, just a reminder, that yellow sticker, you can get like a bunch of flight credits or whatever. We put the sticker on seat 26D. The seat right behind me won a shit ton of money in travel credits.
Oh.
And I didn't get anything.
But you got a cool experience.
But imagine if I got a cool experience and then also got a bunch of free flights. That would be even cooler.
That would be really good. I mean, it seems sketchy. Why would an airplane... Why?
It seemed like the Riddler was flying. I'm not gonna lie. When he was like, check under your tray. I was like, I don't know if I want to. It's like in what's it called? In The Dark Knight Rises, there's a scene where Bane comes out into a football stadium, and he says one person in the football stadium has the detonator to a bomb under their seat. And that's kind of what it felt like was happening. But no. The person behind me ended up getting a bunch of money in travel credits, and I did not, and I am salty about it, but it's okay.
You should have knocked them out and sat there.
Yeah, I throw them in my seat and I sit down there.
Yes.
But yeah, it was a great trip.
How
was your week?
I don't fucking know. What was last week? I have in my last 2 weeks of school, and I have, like, I didn't really experience, like, senioritis. Is that what it's called? Senioritis?
Yeah.
I didn't experience in COVID because it was COVID. And holy shit, I'm just so over it. I have to write an essay, and I don't want to write an essay. I don't know how to write an essay. I hate my group members. I hate people. I hate men. I want all men to die and suffer. But I'm playing Pokemon this week for the first time.
I think senioritis is like a you don't want to leave school thing.
No, senioritis is that you're so close to the end of school that you don't want to do work.
Oh, true. No, my bad.
But I'm playing Pokemon for the first time ever this week on Saturday.
Let's go.
Will you be there?
Saturday I'll be at work.
Fuck you. Sorry. Where'd that come from? But I will be either playing Pokemon Silver or I'm playing Pokemon Shield. If you used to give me your days off, and now you work every single day. You only for sure day off is Sunday.
I don't work Thursday this week, and I get to play.
You're playing, yeah. You're on my stream, so
and I'll be in the chat too. So take that.
Well, I have a new sub goal for Mario Kart with viewers, which is going to be fun and exciting. I need to buy the capture card and hope and pray that it works.
Yes, it should work.
It should work, hopefully, but I'm excited to bring Nintendo Switch stuff into the game. The other thing that I'm not excited for is that one of my controllers has really bad controller drift. So I have a $50 card from GameStop, and apparently GameStop in Canada is shutting down. So I might just use that to get half of my controller free.
Dubs.
But yeah.
I have one last topic if we want to quickly cover it.
What's up?
So, Billie Eilish Hit Me Hard and Soft tour, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have been to the tour.
Check out my YouTube video.
And
that was the fastest edited YouTube video I've had.
There is an account on Twitter called Billie Eilish Tours, and it's a fan account. It has 181,000
Did they just
followers.
be like, why don't we have a team Billie Eilish thing?
No. So they have 181,000 followers, okay? And they made a post that was a fun little fan project, okay, for the upcoming tour dates over in Europe. And it was, themed outfits, okay, so tour themed. So they picked some of the European dates, and they said, if you're in these dates, right, your theme is something blue, okay? And then if you're in these dates, your theme is L'amour de ma vie, right? So Valentine's Day, red, hearts, like kisses. And then if you're in these dates, it's jerseys, okay? So, fun fan project. You know, there was some with like stars, this, that, the other thing. Fun fan project done by fans for fans who feel like doing it, okay?
Yes.
They then quote retweeted and posted an update that said, we have gotten numerous DMs and comments about the themes, and we're sorry not everyone got their desired theme for their show date. However, we would like to emphasize you are in no way required to follow our themes. We came up with these as a fun fan project. It is not fair to receive insensitive DMs or comments on something we worked very hard to put together. With love, Billie Eilish Tours. They got a ton of hate DMs because people like wanted to wear a jersey to the show, and then their show got the theme blue and stuff like that. Even though it's a fan project.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy to me that they were getting hate over being like, oh, fun little fan thing. Like if you want to follow our themes, here it is. And they were getting like death threats and shit in DMs.
Billie fans are really annoying me recently because I think that they're like, there's a lot of drama actually with the Australian leg of the tour because basically this TikToker made them in charge of the GA line camping, and then apparently their whole like oomphs were always like for all 6 shows in front of Billie for what was I made for, which is like the song where she like reaches her hands out. Like people are just like pissed off because like you saw it once, like you don't have to be in the front the entire time, like, and they weren't giving it to like
to the spot, so no one else could experience that.
And they weren't giving other people like opportunity to do that. And like I said, they were controlling the lines. They're giving people numbers and shit. So there's just like a lot of drama with that too. But talking about the themes, I got given a theme for mine and I didn't fucking do it. I remember like I wanted to do a jersey theme. I just didn't at the time have any jerseys. I now have a Billie Eilish jersey, but I genuinely don't remember what my theme was. So I'm trying to scroll right now to see it. But turns out Billie has done a lot of fucking things.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like a fan project. You don't have to follow it. You're not gonna get in trouble if you don't follow it or something. It's just like if you want to do it, do it. It's a fun little fan project.
Yeah, it's like it's not that serious, bro. Calm down.
Quickly speaking about camping and lines, I got a video of someone going to.
You camped in the Rainbow Six Siege line.
True. But I got a video of someone who went to one of Role Models shows, who I've actually been listening to recently.
Yes.
And they showed up
Are you gonna be
early.
Sally?
I would love to be Sally. But they went to one of Role Model shows, and they got there hours early, and when they got there, the line was like already around the block twice. Like the amount of people who camped out overnight was like absurd.
Like I think like lining up, first of all, not in the fucking winter. Like when I saw videos, it was freezing. I feel like camping I don't like, but like lining up a few hours before I can get behind. Like if you like, obviously I'm not working, so I'm an unemployed person who has free time. But so I can understand people who are employed that are like, I can't fucking go. But like I feel like it's a little bit of like the sadly has become the culture. Like, you line up with your friends. I never really have gone with friends to I don't like camping or lining up. I think,
you didn't go with
well, like, I'm thinking like a group of friends, like 10, like. I wonder if that's going to jump scare people.
Yeah, I don't know. That was me crying, guys.
To be fair, though, when we lined up, we were like on Twitter half the time.
Yeah, it was also like freezing cold.
Yes, it's always freezing cold. I think I broke their Twitter as it won't scroll anymore, and I only got to December 18th.
We will not be finding out the theme.
No, I'm gonna find. They have Hit Me as Search right now. We loved your theme. Okay, maybe it was red. Maybe red was the theme because they have like the more diva v. Yeah, no, it seems like a lot of it's red. I'm gonna go with red. Yeah. And then the day after me was Jersey, which I was like, what the fuck? But people need to chill out.
Yeah, these fan accounts aren't official. If you don't want to do it, just don't do it.
Being like a fangirl has become such like, instead of like, it's just become people's like whole personality, and has caused people to like, oh my god, this is a topic I wanted to bring up.
Are we doing it now or next week?
Can I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can make. Do you know a girl named Cassie?
Maybe.
She's a Canadian TikToker, so I get her TikToks a lot. And they drive me insane because it's basically like she posts like 70 things a day. And
what? I did not know that. I was thinking of Cass, by the way. Cassiana.
Oh no, not that one.
Yeah.
I love Cassiana. Cassie Book Talk. Yes, her.
Oh, Book Talk.
She has 3.1 million followers and 782.7 mil likes. Like, she makes very viral content. But it's like, I don't know. Something about them just drives me insane. But, like, she gets 1 million views. Like, I don't understand what she's doing. Maybe it's just me. But, like, I think it was, like, it would play. All her content's this new content now. It would be like, oh no, that's another content. I don't like, what's her name? It's like Brooke. The guys are just learning content creators I don't like. The name of the girl I don't like because it's literally just stolen content is like Brooke. Fuck. I don't know her name.
I want to say one, but I don't want it to be the wrong Brooke.
Brooke Monk.
Okay, yeah, it was her. Because I went on the Cassie person's account and they like posted a video with her.
Yeah, like hers is all just like stolen content half the time. Anyways, back to Cassie. So recently there has been this she's like changed her, like, I don't understand. Her whole thing is that she's on Book Talk, so she is lonely, or she doesn't leave her room. Anyways, I don't really know how this started. I was supposed to research this, but I didn't. But I just thought of it, and like I could have mentioned on the last one, but I don't want to now. There's this other content creator called Nick Wilkins, and basically they were like flirting through videos, and then people were like shipping them, making audio sounds with them, and then they finally met up during like February 14th, the day that I went to go see my boyfriend. They got they went to see each other, and then they posted.
Wait, sorry. Did you pick Valentine's Day as not Valentine's Day, but the day you went to see your boyfriend?
Yes.
They were copying your random day to see him, and not that it was Valentine's Day.
No, but yeah. So like, first it was like this online relationship where they're flirting through videos. And like hashtag nasty.
When you get shipped with someone you low-key already had a crush on.
And here, let me see if I can find one of his videos. No, this is them on the Empire State Building.
Wait, did this lady just?
I don't even. Oh.
Hey, Cassie, let's play a little game, okay? I'm going to ask you a quick trivia question, and you got to answer it super fast without thinking too much of it. Ready? Set? Go. What's the weather like in Canada? What? Why would I need to know that? Just if I were to ever go out there, like what clothing would I have to wear? Like, and pack? If I ever go out there.
Let me get her response real fit, because this is what the video that they talk about. Fuck, I don't know what her response is.
TikTok is being banned in the United
No,
States.
I can't find it. But what were you gonna say while I find this?
She just ruined my day.
Oh.
I think she just spoiled who wins in the summer I turned pretty.
Oh!
I think she just spoiled the summer I turned pretty
Hey,
for me.
it could. Theories are that Belly is alone on the poster, so they changed the ending and she gets with no one.
That would actually be the best outcome for the show. Not even gonna lie.
Fuck, she posts so many times a day. No, this is too early.
She'd be like, "What's up, baby?"
No, that's not it. That's a different video.
What are you doing anytime?
I hate it here. Why do people post so many?
Well, hello again there, Nick. Can I follow you home? Because my parents always told me to follow my dreams.
Like, anywho, back to what I was on about. They met up, and then, like, they separated because he's American, she's Canadian. And then they got back together, and then she went to America. And my question is, obviously you don't know all about it, but do you think it's a genuine relationship, or is it just for views?
Oh.
Because that was another thing that people are saying, is that it's just for views.
I've experienced a similar thing to this. There was some random TikTok I got once, and it was some lady, some girl or something who, like, I guess she, like, kind of had a following. This is going to be a really bad explanation of it because, like, I don't follow either of the people involved, and this was a while ago. But basically, this girl who, like, kind of has a following, I'm pretty sure, she, like, got invited by a random guy to go to, like, a wedding with him because he, like, didn't have anyone to go with and, like, thought she was pretty or something. And so she was like, if we get this many likes, I'll go with him. And so then she decided to go with him. And then everyone was like, oh my God, you guys have so much chemistry, blah, blah, blah. And then I guess they started dating, or maybe not. They were like making videos kind of being like datey. And yeah, I feel like, to me, it would be so hard because, like, you are in a relationship with someone who you met through content and doing content. You both did content together, right? But I think the fact that you guys handled your, like, friendship and relationship privately makes it way easier to know that it's, like, a real relationship, rather than if you guys kept posting videos like that. Like, it does seem
really
fake.
bad pickup lines. It feels so forced. And, like, apparently I went on Reddit, and this person said, I saw someone on TikTok did some digging, and the theory that they have is that they actually met when he was in Canada not that long ago, and they decided to plan these TikToks for views. Apparently he was in Canada with his brother for vacation, and then right when he got back into the States is when the TikTok started, which is true. Whether they met or not, something definitely seems off about it. But, like, it just seems like a PR stunt. Like, she has gained 1.3 million more followers.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. Like,
and also, she is on Book Talk. Book Talk loves romantic.
Yeah, this is like a book romance. Yeah, I would say it just feels too. If it is genuine, fair enough, but it feels too, like, playing into the comments and just farming it for views. Which, fair enough from a business perspective, but from, like, an influencer perspective, if it is fake, you are just completely lying to all of your fans.
I should mention this in my essay I need to write.
You could, yeah.
Relationship. Okay, there we go. Okay, I wrote it down in my notes. But speaking of essays, we should end. But if you guys would like to tell us your thoughts on that relationship, and if you think that they're real, do your own research. My bad for not coming, like, the most prepared. But
let us know in the Discord.
And then another thing. Oh, sorry. There's this other creator called, like, Haley. She, like, goes to, like, all the
like Bieber or something.
No, that'd be crazy. No, it's actually not Haley. Wait, fuck. I'm in, like, a long ass fucking Haley. Haley Bailey.
Haley
Which
Bailey.
sounds like a fake fucking name. She then starts like posting. Like she has 12.8 million. She has 1.7 billion likes, and she goes to like the Grammys and she does interviews. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like her content because she obviously sees like they're doing this and getting a lot of views, so she has to like grab onto it kind of vibe. Like she has to be it's when like you're like having a convo and someone like starts like joining in and you're like, why are they
but not
here?
Invited and not wanted.
Like okay, I can't there was ones before, but for example, she like posted a photo like wait.
You guys, I think Nick and Cassie are here. I think Nick and Cassie are here. I think Nick and Cassie are here.
Like this one I think is obviously planned, but she's like, oh my god, am I crazy or is that Cassie and Nick? It's them like at dinner.
Okay, we need a game plan.
And then like she's like posting video. She's like
and
me applying to be Nick and Cassie's official third wheel when you're the third wheel. Is this allowed? And it's like two of them. Like it's just so like icky to me. Yeah. So this is before they even like the first photo of them together was she posted, oh my god guys, it's happening, and then hashtag Nessie, and then just put the photo of them after she like did like a shocked face.
Jesus.
And then the same day she said they're officially together in person with a heart. Like she's just like reporting news, but she's like
being the comments, but with a platform of like millions of followers and just
and then
it for views.
When
Even though she's not friends with them or like involved in any way.
And then when they're at the Empire State Building, she's like, me calling my friend who works at Empire State Building to ask if Cassie and Nick are still there.
Jesus.
Like it's just I apologize for being a massive hater, but it's icky to me.
No, that's
anywho. Thank you so much for listening to Oh That Reminds Me. I hope you enjoyed the stories.
Let us know if you have any topics you want us to talk about in the Discord.
And maybe we'll go more in depth. Maybe John will do some more research on Hailey Bieber and the drama. We shall. But thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed this extra long episode. You're welcome, Natalie. You can now not yell at me for making the episode only an hour. And we shall be back.
Hopefully next week there'll be a review of a movie. If not,
hopefully soon. Just like how he's gonna watch. No.
Wicked,
he's gonna listen to Chappell Roan's new album. Because like when you
I like The Giver.
Get it?
Yep, but I'm just letting people know I like The Giver because that also came out.
Real and true. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.